Hi, this is Real Talk with Al. I'm Al Reynolds, Project Director for Neighborhood Initiatives at Literacy, Inc. Link provides literacy support to children and families while making learning fun. Link is also part of the REACH initiative, where 10 literacy organizations support children from birth to 5th grade, helping them to achieve in school. Real Talk with Al is all about the 2020 census, and I'm so happy today to have someone to talk with me about the census. Welcome aboard, Danielle Pulliam. Danielle Pulliam is a program officer at the Pinkerton Foundation, the funder for the REACH initiative. Again, welcome, Danielle.
Hi, Al. It's my pleasure to be here on Real Talk with Al. Yay.
Yay.
Hello, viewers.
So before we get started about the census questions, can you tell me more about the Pinkerton Foundation and what's your role?
Sure. So I'm a program officer at the Pinkerton Foundation, and we have a mission to support direct service programs that have one overriding goal, and that it's to help young people reach their full potential. And we're specifically focused on the 5 boroughs of New York City. Most of our programs take place out of school time. And what that means is after school, the weekends and summer programs, that's our focus. And our programs have focus on providing opportunities for academic development. That's a major focus. We also have programs that focus on career readiness and cultural enrichment. We also support a number of programs that offer a way forward for young people who have had an encounter with the juvenile justice system or have had years in foster care. And so my specific focus at the foundation, I'm focused on literacy. So the READS initiative is in my portfolio, and I love it. And so we're focused for the READS initiative. We're in 2 neighborhoods here in New York City, in South Jamaica and East New York. And I also have a portfolio that focuses on sports programs and performance arts programs. So I have a lot of fun.
So I'm asked, why is the census important for the Pinkerton Foundation?
The census is very important for the Pinkerton Foundations and foundations alike, because it really helps you understand where the needs are in the community. The census is designed to get account of the people, to see where the federal government should allocate resources. But that data that is provided through the census is not only used for the federal government in terms of distributing resources, but it's also used in terms of policies. So if you see that there are communities that they have high numbers, there's more resources should be put there, and policies to help support the betterment of different neighborhoods. So for a foundation like Pinkerton, we are particularly interested in communities that are under-resourced, that are high needs in terms of school needs, what schools are performing. How can we support after-school programs to help improve the educational outcomes of young people in the community? So this data, it goes beyond the federal government. I know other nonprofits, foundations, policymakers, everyone is using this data to influence where they put resources.
Well, what I do love about what Pinkerton is doing, this wonderful book called the We Count book. So Pinkerton has been involved in supporting the distribution of the We Count books. Can you tell me more about that?
Sure. The We Count book is part of the We Count Kids Count campaign. And as you held it up, people could see, if you hold it up again, people can see it's filled with illustrations featuring different people from different types of families to show how important it is for everyone to get counted. And it goes through different scenarios of individuals in the home that might not be related to the children that are telling the story, because each page is about a different young person and who's in the house with them. And sometimes it's not a blood relative, but that person is also important because they're living in this dwelling together, so they should be counted. They might not have their own, they might not have gotten a census form sent to them, but it really dispels myths about who is eligible to be counted, where does the information go, So it's really a great tool it's using literacy as well as promoting civic and the importance of democracy, because that's what the census is about. It's about voting rights and getting in terms of how many delegates does a different neighborhood get based on the numbers. So there's so many implications to the census. It's tremendously important. And this book is just one tool that I'm so proud to be a part, that we're using this in the Weeds Initiative to share with the communities that we're supporting.
No, thank you again. It's really a great book. So let's talk about your president for a minute. Yeah, we have to go there. And I'm sure you've heard about Trump's executive order attempt not to count undocumented people. What are your feelings about this?
Well, it's really just really upsetting, I guess. I want to keep my emotions low.
I know.
I think that these tactics that are used are unfortunately, they are really truly scaring people from participating, and that's what they're designed to do. So I think they're also illegal. So that is key. Yes, people who work in government do illegal things, and we're seeing that. That the trying to muffle the voices of the people, that is what that attempt is doing to help communities really not be counted. So we have to, and I think programs like Real Talk with Al, I think that this is so important to be able to spread the news, to talk about why it's important to get counted and who can get counted, and to dispel those myths, because there's no, based on your immigration status, that's not a factor. Based on if you've paid your rent to your landlord, well, this information is not going to be shared with the police. This information is not going to be shared with the FBI, the CIA, ICE. This is private information. The census information is private. It's going to the Census Bureau, and that information is then coming out and forming demographic information and how resources are going to be allocated. So please tell everyone that you know that these are all tactics to scare you and to not be scared. Information is power, and that's why Real Talk with Al, what you're doing is so important, just to help dispel the myth and spread the word.
Thank you, Danielle. Yeah, I'm trying. It's so important for us to be counted. It really is. So this is Real Talk with Al. I always ask a real question. So what would you say to people out there who are afraid to fill out the census due to back taxes?
Well, I would say that you need to fill out the census. Like, the census and the back taxes have nothing to do. They're separate. The census information, you have to get your census. We need those resources can help you address financial issues. In terms of financial assistance, the census impacts those resources in terms of programming in the neighborhood. So I would just encourage everyone to not be afraid, to not fall into the kind of scare taxes. Yes, you should use tactics. You should definitely get those things done, but it's not going to preclude you. Like, you don't have to wait to have everything done before you get the census. The census information is important, and actually having your census done will bring programs to your community that can help you with financial literacy, financial planning. Different programs will be brought to your community. So I encourage people, back to child support. If people have not paid child support, they should pay their child support, but that's not something that should stop you from doing the census. The census is separate. It's private. Again, I just want to stress that. And I also wanted to bring up COVID-19, what we've been seeing the last couple of months in terms of the disparities between what's happening in marginalized Black and Brown communities, because resources were missing, and that's why there was higher number of outbreaks, because the support wasn't there. The health hospitals, all of those things are connected to the census. It's not just education. The free lunch and a reduced lunch, that's all a part of the census. So the census is major. If anyone kind of says, oh, that's, we all pay our taxes, we don't need to. No, no, no. You have to do the census information. You need to be counted. Your neighbor needs to be counted. Anyone in your house needs to be counted. Spread the word. Share this program. Share Real Talk with Al.
That's right.
And let people know how important it is. So.
Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have left. I'm sorry, because I can talk to you about this all day. But Danielle, thank you for so much spending time with me today. And for those who's out there, for more information, for Link and its amazing online programs, go to linknyc.org and sign up and to be a part of it. Thank you again, Danielle.
Thanks for having me. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.